What's good, everybody? I'm Blitz5 in the flesh, and today's video is going to be a channel update vlog style, just me in front of the camera. I like to do these from time to time and post them to my page. And I think the last time I did one of these was in the beginning of July when I found out that I was officially a YouTube partner. That was a whole saga that I had kind of been updating to my page where I lost my YouTube partnership. YouTube changed the rules. I eventually hit 1,000 subscribers, was allowed to become a partner again, but it took a couple months. And that was a whole thing. And now it's great to be back in the swing of things and have monetization enabled on my page. I know sometimes people don't like to talk about that stuff, but it's important for me, you know, especially with the page and trying to grow it. It's just a big thing. So now you'll notice that some of my videos have ads in the front of them. That's like the default thing, and then I can kind of choose if I want to increase it from there. And I pretty much just kept it to the default things, but in the future I'd like to kind of play around with that a little bit more. But I definitely want to just say thank you to everyone that's, if you're watching this video or watched any of my previous videos, even if you're not watching this video, I'm saying thank you to anyways. Thank you to you anyways, because I really appreciate all the support, and PUBG has been awesome so far. That's really helped my page out a lot. I've been getting a lot of people joining, following up, subscribing, a lot of people in the community messaging me while I'm live streaming. I've had people add me on Xbox, and it's great because I just started playing PUBG a couple months ago, and it's a great game. I really enjoy it. They're about to actually push that game out to like a full launch because it's just in like game preview right now, and it's kind of taking the video game world by storm, that alongside of like Fortnite. And yeah, so it's been great for everybody, myself, the page, everything. So just one last time, just want to say thank you to everybody that's supporting me. And video game wise, I mean, that's mostly what I've been playing is PUBG. I also started playing Pokemon Go again because it's the summertime and I've been trying to get a lot of steps in walking around town. I made a video about that, and I've been contemplating playing Hearthstone again. I kind of dropped that from my rotation. It's a great game on mobile, and the fact that you can play it on PC. But it was frustrating to me that you really need to spend a lot of money on that game to stay up with all the recent cards. So that kind of bummed me out. So that's games. I haven't played that game, I think, in 2018, actually, which is kind of crazy. And, you know, in the summertime, I try to play less video games, but it's nice in the morning or at night, you know, to game it up a little bit. And then also I've been playing League of Legends, a couple games, maybe like 5 in the past month. And I might start playing that again in the fall. I kind of miss playing that game, but there's a lot of video games coming out in the fall. So that's going to have to be something that I think about, because you can only spend so much time playing so many different games. Definitely got to keep playing PUBG, of course, and we got Call of Duty, all this stuff coming out. So that's pretty much on my agenda. I'm also debating if I should be getting any games for the Switch. I kind of thought about getting Mario Tennis. I actually might go pick it up right now because I'm about to go on vacation, but I think I'm just gonna leave it and just play what I have. But that game looked kind of cool. And then there's the Pokemon games coming out for Nintendo Switch, which I got to pre-order. And then also, I forgot, there's the Black Ops 4 beta coming out. I have to pre-order that game to get into the beta. So there's a lot of stuff coming on as we end in the summer. And obviously this is hashtag summer of PUBG right now. So if you guys haven't, I made a video about that. If you guys haven't entered that sweepstakes, definitely check it out. They're also doing a lot of stuff with PUBG, but that sweepstakes is awesome. They're giving away a West Coast Customs bus, which is sick. I mean, even if you don't want that, enter it, and then if you win it, you can give it to me. I'll give you money. Just kidding around, but I would love that prize. I mean, the odds of winning it have to be so low, but if I did, I would be like, just, I don't know, I would freak out. It'd be amazing. So that's that for gaming. Let me know what you guys are playing. If you guys are playing any games or what you're looking forward to in the next month or so, or if you're taking time off gaming, you should get out there and enjoy the summer while you still can. We're in the last month of summer. Unfortunately, August, I wish the summer would go on forever. I really love the summertime. And then on top of that, I guess to kind of end the channel update, I'll just mention some stuff about my page that I think is kind of interesting. And I don't know if this will be interesting to any viewers, but this kind of stuff is kind of cool for me as a creator. I'm looking at this stuff all the time. What I'm talking about are the stats behind my YouTube page. And what YouTube has is a option where you can see real-time views, because a lot of times you're looking at stats from like every month, the past week, because a lot of times the stats don't come in accurately on a day-by-day basis. You almost have to wait a day, you know, to see what happened the previous day. Sometimes you got to wait 2 days. But there is an option to see what's estimated, what they estimate is going on in the last 48 hours. And this is a great way to see, you know, where people are viewing your videos. If a video is hot and it's kind of getting a lot of views in the last 60 minutes, you'll see all that stuff. But what's cool here is there's a couple tabs, and what's unfortunate about this though is that from a creator standpoint, it's easy to obsess over all these stats and like what's happening in the real time when sometimes it really doesn't mean anything. Like on July 4th, my real time stats, I was getting like no views, but then after that, it just went back to normal. And I'm like, oh, people are probably just out for July 4th. And you don't think about that kind of stuff, but that really does affect your page, even ones like as small as mine. So what I thought is cool here is that you can actually see like the geography, where people are watching your videos, what device they're using, the operating system, some other stats. And I just want to show a couple of these because I think they're interesting. So the first one is geography, and most of my views, guess this kind of makes sense, come from the United States. So half of my views actually come from the United States, but then there's an insane drop off to where like the United Kingdom is next and it's like way off. And then India, Japan is fourth, Canada is fifth, and then we're getting to like Vietnam, Philippines. That's because of my Thailand ice cream video. And then pretty much every country here in the European Union is like making up 10, 20 views here, like Italy, Spain, Hungary, Sweden, and then there's some countries in the Middle East and South America. So it's just cool to see that people are watching from all over the world, even if they're just watching my ice cream video that has over 1 million views. It's cool that somebody from Brazil or Saudi Arabia is watching it. I think that's awesome. It's really cool. That's why I love YouTube so much. And then on top of that, we can see what operating system they're using. And, because most views are coming out of the US, I would imagine that most of these are coming from an iPhone. And actually, Android is the #1 platform for my channel, my videos getting watched on YouTube. And they have the most views. And then iOS is right behind that. So Apple is like right behind it, but Android beat it out. I'm not going to share the, total amount of views that I'm getting and all that stuff, just for, not to disclose all that information. And then there's a huge drop off after Android and iOS, and then it's Windows, which is just so crazy because I still use a Windows computer to edit all my videos. And a lot of times I watch YouTube videos on my desktop while I'm hanging out here in my little office room. And then after that, it actually goes to Xbox. So, and Xbox is on top of Mac. So more people are watching my videos on an Xbox than they are on a Macintosh computer. Probably just because more people just use iOS. And I don't know. I've never had an Apple computer. So there you go. I have an iPhone, but I've never actually had an Apple one. So then we go on to device type. And this is, I guess, part of those kind of stats. Most people, I kind of already gave it away with Android is #1, but most people are actually watching my videos on a mobile phone. And I guess that makes sense nowadays because that's what everybody does now. They're always on their phone, and less people have a computer. I know most people don't have a desktop or a functioning desktop. And then some people I know that don't even have a laptop. They just use their phone for pretty much everything. So unless you're like a student. And that kind of shows here because literally like 90, 80, maybe 80%, 75%. I think it's like 80% of my views are coming from a mobile phone, and then computer, then tablet, and then game console, and then TV. So it's kind of also interesting to think that someone watches my video on a TV or on like a game console, because that's pretty personal instead of just like clicking on it on a YouTube video or on a phone. And all this stuff is just crazy to me. This is why I love doing YouTube. I always, I always enjoyed just kind of meeting people who play video games, watching content. It's got a whole, it's like watching TV, being entertained, having a community, also sharing your stuff like social media. It's all that stuff combined into one, and that's why I like it so much. And originally, that's why I started YouTube, was to share my content and also find people that like to play video games and like to play the same game as me, and also like to nerd out on those games and talk about it, because I'm always looking to talk to people about video games, and I don't have a ton of people like that. So that's why I love YouTube. It's been an awesome ride so far, and I really hope to keep growing what I got going on here. My next goal is to get 5,000 subscribers, so we'll see if we can hit that. And like I said before, thank you for your continued support. If you made it this far, I even appreciate you even more. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.